Regular Show is a show about 7 main dudes who work at a park. The show mainly focuses on the 2 main characters named Rigby and Mordecai. Rigby is a troublemaker who causes almost everything bad that happens in the show. Mordecai usually helps them fix the problems that Rigby creates, and they usually interact with the rest of the crew to help them solve whatever problems that Mordecai and Rigby cause. But first, let's introduce the characters. First, there's Mordecai. He is Rigby's best friend. They both love to slack off, but Mordecai is more mature and cautious of his actions. He's also a cool guy who brings sense to Rigby every time he goes insane. He is the counterbalance to Rigby's stupidity and has a crush on every girl he sees, in which eventually leads him to a hole full of depression. Rigby is immature and tends to do whatever he wants. He hates losing and does stupid things all the time, which results in him still catching a fat L. He is also in love with Eileen and the two started dating. Benson is short-tempered and also the park manager. When Mordecai and Rigby do stupid things, he blows a fuse and threatens to fire them, but he never does. He was in the band known as Heir to the Throne, but was replaced by a robot, but later proved he had better skills than the robot. Skips is a wise old man who also happens to be immortal and is deeply fascinated by the mystic arts. When Mordecai and Rigby have no idea what to do, they usually come to Skips for help. He gained his immortality from the Guardians of Youth and was formerly known as Walks, but he fell in love with a woman that skipped with him all the time, but when she died, he vowed to skip the rest of his life so he wouldn't forget the memories they had together. Pops is the son of the park owner. Pops is very childlike and is always in a good mood. Later in the series, he was found out that he was the embodiment of good, known as Megacranus, and is destined to fight his brother, who is referred in the series as Anti-Pops, as he is the embodiment of evil and they will rearrange the universe. Muscleman and High Five Ghost. Muscleman is the greatest prankster and also works at the park. He is considered the strongest and has worked at the park for 5 years, and also has the lamest jokes, which he usually adds "my mom" to the end of everything he says.
You know who else needs supervision? My mom!
There is High Five Ghost, who's his best friend. And here are a few honorable mentions: Margaret, Eileen, CJ, Quips, and Thomas, who is a personal favorite of mine. In the regular show series, near the end, Pops turns out to be a powerful being who is in constant war with his brother, each time rearranging the universe. But then, Pops does the ultimate sacrifice and kills both him and his brother, and then everyone grows up and revisits the park as old people who've seen it all and have moved on with their lives. The scene takes us to heaven, where we see Pops remove a tape from a VHS that said regular show, and he says,
Jolly good show.